Everybody. My name is Jane Golden, and I am delighted and feel privileged to be here tonight to introduce my friend and colleague and incredible source of inspiration, Ursula Rucker. Ursula is a Philadelphia-born poet, mother, activist, and recording artist. She has been performing, recording, and releasing works of art for over 20 years. She's traveled extensively throughout this country and the world. She's dedicated to the idea that art is part of social change. She's committed to freedom fighting, to truth telling, and to peacemaking. She believes in taking her art as far as it can go. And when she gets there, she's like, it's not good enough. It needs to go further. And I love that. Art is where it can go. To date, Ursula has released 5 solo albums. She's collaborated with people near and far, well-known. She's like everywhere. She was awarded the Leeway Foundation's Art for a Change and Transformation Award. She's the subject of a documentary short poet. Yay! Most recently, she's really proud. She was part of our Monument Lab, and she wrote this extraordinary piece that I love, Logan Squared. She was awarded the prestigious Pew Fellowship. It's about time. I was like, yes, that's right. And she's, I mean, I have to say, she's amazing, right? So, you know, I'm supposed to answer this question, why was she our wall ball honoree? And I'm going to say to you all, well, why not? Of course she would be our Visionary Artist awardee. She is amazing. She captures the voice of our city. She has heart and soul and empathy, long and deep.
You want to grab you some?
She is an amazing and inspiring human being. And no matter what is going on in the world or with me personally, anywhere, right? When I talk to Ursula, when I hear her work, I feel better. We feel better. She doesn't judge. She meets people where they are. I just want to say she's extraordinary. She's just extraordinary. And so I want to talk about how we met for a minute. We met quite a long time ago. I remember this. We were doing a project at Graterford Prison, one of those projects that you feel like this is a really good idea, but it could fail. I love projects like that. So we were working with men in the prison, and we've been working at Graterford Prison. We are long distance runners in this space since 2002. And the men there wanted to do outdoor work. And we were like, but you're lifers. I don't know what to do. But they were like, we could work on parachute cloth. I'm like, you're brilliant. We'll do that. And they're like, we want to work with victims. I'm like, oh no, that's tricky. So of course we did it, and we created this project called Healing Walls. And so who do we call? Ursula. And Ursula listened to all sides, to all the pain and the turmoil and the acrimony and the anger, and kept going into the prison again and again and again. There's a documentary, and you see all of us, like we all look exhausted. Here's Ursula just steadfast, listening. And then she responded with these words that had such incredible eloquence. Like somehow she heard what everybody said and she turned it into a work of art. And by doing that, she made us all better. Like we all were able to rise. And how do you do that? How do you rise out of your individual pain and suffering and moment and knowing all you know? Because if we're going to advance, we need to get out of that place and push it away and listen and have empathy and be able to connect. And Ursula called on us to look towards our better angels. That's what she did in Healing Walls. And so we bonded, and it was like, you're going to be with us forever. And so we would call on her for projects big and small and little and intimate, poignant, sweeping. And we were never let down. She always somehow made our projects better. And then talk about trickiness and complexity. We have a storefront in Kensington, at the heart of where the heroin and opioid crisis is at its height. This little storefront, small but mighty, where 1,000 people a month were coming through for weaving, or painting and drawing, or to talk to a social worker, or find out where to get a bed or treatment, or to participate in spoken word. And Ursula had this, and Miles had these Friday night sessions, and when you walked in, you felt you were in a place of grace. It's the only way I can say it. Where all your judgments went aside, and you sat in this room, and everybody was there together, listening, participating, engaging. It is exactly what is missing in our world today, that kind of connection that can be brokered, I feel, through the arts. If anybody anywhere questions the value of art, they need to listen to Ursula Rucker. She is our preacher, our pastor, our leader, our guiding spirit. I don't even know why we're talking about the importance of arts anymore. It's like white noise. It's like, come on, be believers. I am, and I know you all are as well. And then came Monument Lab, a giant project with 20 artists, several curators, Paul Farber and Ken Lum, a brilliant idea ahead of its time. And it came about at the time when people started questioning the Confederate monuments and memorials. And here we were asking people to think about memory and history and who is doing the representing and how do we want to be represented as Philadelphians? What are our core values? What do we stand for? And there was Ursula working with this incredible sound artist, creating this piece that you could hear on the rooftop of the Free Library. I remember that evening so clear. It was a beautiful evening. And to hear Ursula talk about our city with its complexities and the ugly side and its beauty. To be able to hold both things in your hands at once is indeed the art form, right? And it was captivating, and she brought us in. And then there was that afternoon in the City Hall courtyard where Ursula was standing on top of this sculpture and she was reciting this beautiful poem, this tribute to Philadelphia. I mean, honestly, I can't think of anyone that I would rather work with. She's like a soulmate, right? Not just to me, but to the Mural Arts program. We believe so deeply that art is the social change, that art can move the needle, that things can change in the world, and that the arts are critical. And Ursula embodies that. She walks through life moving that. What's missing in today's world? It's hope. It's in limited supply. And in some way, hope is not a prize, not a gift. I have come to believe that it's something that we earn. And we earn it through study, we earn it through resisting, we earn it through pushing back. We earn it through digging tunnels and opening doors and finding like-minded people who do those things. This is Ursula Rucker. She teaches me every time I talk to her. She teaches me about hope. I listen to her words, I absorb them, they wash over me. She is the quintessential artist and poet and citizen of our city. And she keeps me pursuing possibilities, as I know she does to you. She writes to keep us whole. She writes to keep us sane. She writes to give comfort to all of us who feel overwhelmed. And by doing so, she encourages us to stand up, to participate, to look forward at what we can do and back at all we have done. Your words, Ursula, are for all of us, every citizen across this city. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I would like to introduce to all of you, Ursula Rucker.
All right, we're live.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jane Golden. Oh no. I have to host this thing now? It's hard to follow Jane Golden. Jane, oh my God. This is going to be a personal phone call. You know that, right? This is going to be a phone call. Just letting you know. It's going to be happening. I'm speechless. And give it up for DJ V though, that played the music for us coming into the Zoom room. Jane Golden, I love you. Yeah, soulmates, soul art heartmates. You know, you got me all like, look, I don't even know where my mic was before. Oh, there it is. Yes, welcome to Super Sister Presents Open Movement Night. I want to tell you why I call it Open Movement Night tonight. Because yeah, that's what's going on right now. In case you didn't know, you don't have to really put a name on it. You don't have to say what kind of movement it is. You do know. Every single last one of us are part of some kind of movement right now. Now you got to decide which one it is, you know? Is it a movement for light, you know, and being on the correct and righteous side of history? Or is it a movement, you know, for evil and darkness and struggle and strife and suffering and pain? And haven't we all had enough of that? I mean, haven't we all had enough of that before this year? You know, we all have our own personal struggles, and now we're all struggling together. You know, and I always thought that pain was like a common human bond that we could relate to each other on. And I guess this year I kind of found out, yeah, it works. And then sometimes it just doesn't work, because some humans just don't want to go, you know? They don't want to go into the light spaces. But that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to move into the light spaces. We're going to move into the right spaces. We're going to move into the higher vibration spaces. You feel me? This is my homie Miles Orion Butler right here on the guitar and stuff, joining me. Wouldn't you like to have a guitarist playing along while you talk about anything? Isn't that nice? So yeah, I'm just so honored. You know, my humility is like really messing with me right now after Jane just said all those amazing, beautiful things. Like, thank you for making me feel like beautifully awkward right now, because that was just like, so much. But yeah, I can't wait to introduce you to everyone tonight. But I want to share something with you right quick before I introduce you to the first amazing artist to share with you this evening. And give it up for Yashira Rivera of Mural Arts, who without Yashira, Yaya, I would not have been able to bring this thing to fruition. Let me tell you. All right, this sister right here, listen, okay, got her shit together. Yo, that's a song we used to do actually at Kensington, right? So yeah, let's do that song right quick. Yeah, I want to do this song that I have. I wasn't intending on doing it, but super positive vibes, and it came into my purview again today. And so yeah, it's called Gotta. I recorded it like 10 years ago with a little band y'all might know of called Incognito, so look it up. But anyway, this is called Gotta. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I need some rest from all this stress. Quiet repose. Oh yeah. Come wipe my tears and ease my fears and bring me some hope. Oh yeah. I need some rest from all this stress. Quiet repose. Oh yeah. Come wipe my tears and ease my fears and bring me some hope. Oh yeah. Please sit beside me. I need you to guide me. Got my own light inside me. It's just dim right now. I just don't remember how to smile. And I've been feeling this way for a while. And ooh, child. And the small steps seem like miles. And everything just seems so final. Like before I start, I'm finished. No dreams, no wishes. Always coming in last, but the hope still stands fast. And so I'm looking for that North Star, that sunshine, that full moon's light. Said I'm looking for that North Star, that sunshine, that full moon's light. To lead me through these cloudy days and these dark nights, cause I gotta hold tight. So, can you be that open heart, that shoulder, that friend? Would you be that open heart, that shoulder, that friend? Can you be that open heart, that shoulder, that friend? Gotta see this to the end. Gotta see my light again. Gotta, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I need some rest from all this stress. Quiet repose. Oh, yeah. Come wipe my tears and ease my fears. And please bring me some hope. Oh, yeah. I need some rest from all this stress. Quiet repose. Come wipe my tears and ease my fears and bring me some hope. Oh yeah. Please sit beside me. Might need you to guide me. Got my own light inside me, but this old world just brings me down. Think I just can't remember how to smile, and I've been feeling this way for a while. Ooh, child. So can you be that open heart, that shoulder, that friend? Will you be that open heart, that shoulder, that friend? Can you be that open heart, that shoulder, that friend? Gotta see this to the end. Gotta see my light again. Gotta see my light again. Gotta make it to the end. Gotta see my light again. Gonna make it to the end. We gon' see our light again. We gonna make it to the end. We gonna see our light again. Cause we gotta, I said we gotta, I need some rest from all this stress, quiet repose. Oh yeah, come wipe my tears and ease my fears. Come on, bring us some hope. Come on, bring us some hope. Hey, hey. Ah, thank you. Ooh, that felt nice. Give it up for Miles and Ryan Butler, wherever you are in your pajamas or whatnot, all right? It gives me immense and just great and beautiful honor and pleasure to introduce this first amazing, brilliant, talented, healing, miraculous, magical being of an artist that I came to know this summer when my son Sudan was doing his healing movement, Spirits Up. He's still doing it, so check him out at Spirits Up 215. Shameless plug, because that's what mamas do. But I met Naila Francis. Naila Francis was part of a faith-based security crew that was providing security for Sudan Spirits Up event, standing around the perimeter, making us all feel blessed and safe and protected and watched over. And that's where I met Naila, and then somehow came to do some other amazing, brilliant, healing, magical virtual event called The High Note that was created by Karen Gross, who has now also become a beautiful sister of mine. So look, we all get connected somehow. And so I'm really honored that Naila Francis accepted my invitation to continue to bless and heal this space that we're in right now, and bless and heal all of us with an opening poem. And I want to tell you, look Naila Francis up. It's at Disarming Darling on Instagram. Disarming Darling. See, she's a poet. You know what I mean? She can't help it. She's a poet. It's one of my favorite poets. You know. Look, I'm just saying. This is what happens to me all the time. Okay, it's an electrical thing. It happened to Nina Simone as well. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean. So without further ado, please, everyone, give a huge round of beautiful, loving, welcoming applause for my sister, Naila Francis, a healer. She heals people and helps people when they're leaving the planet. You know, she does palliative healing, and she also is a wedding officiant. So she married. Look, she could do it all. What you need? Naila Francis, give it up.
Thank you so much, Ursula. Deep bow of gratitude to you, and the honor and pleasure is all mine. I feel like I am soaking in so much magic right now. It's just a spectacular joy to be here, part of this celebration, paying tribute to you, our incredible Sista, as you say, and the inspiration that you are, and to your legacy and your dedication to building and sustaining communities through the arts. And also, what a joy to be here tonight with all of these amazing artists that I'm so excited to see sharing in the power and the beauty and the healing and the regenerative energy of the arts. I just feel like this is such a monumental night. And this poem for me is like opening space or clearing space. This is called Threshold. Lay it down. Whatever you thought this moment would be, seed of the hope you've carried from ancient soil and stories tread with falling stones, spinel in your eyes. Let it go, the arrival you could have made, full moon swoon and screech of owl, a gleaming winged dream. The war unwaged, life unwept, these lines that sweep the folded page, tucked between your knees. Leave it, the longing, not behind, but in the sweet grass braid of blessings yet spoken, desires flicker, future promise from an ache that will birth you, bridge you, blueprint for vessel, or maybe warrior, bomb from an emptied sigh. The body will carry what it carries. The mind stays one step ahead. Oh, to silken this wilderness, these conversations caught in corners. This is the broken chair, the box of beginnings, stain of aftermath, every whisper of the words you wash with water, wish into the quiet stream of careless, stricken things. Let them go. Here is a clearing, a moment fresh without questions. You do not have to be anything, but know you are everything. The ritual and the bell and the abalone bowl, musk of amber, breath of Om, the night and its praise and the knotted glow of the light you are learning to love because it is yours and you are 1,000-watted red flare bloom and you deserve to open, receive, scribe from this space a new creed. One word, one movement, only the truest, a gathered kindness to keep you, carry you, turquoise tongue and beaded gaze, a brimming from this poem.
Oh my goodness. Naila, come on. Who couldn't see that poem? Who didn't see everything? Who didn't feel everything? Who didn't see all the colors? Who didn't feel all of the language and the information? Did you feel the blessed information is what I want to know. Did you, oh my God. Just saying those words together, yo, just, oh my God, Naila, I promise you, you do things, you do things, you stir some things in people, and that is like such an amazing, I'm just so glad that I have come to know you. It's just a beginning. So come to know your art heart. Wow, more to come. I just can't wait to see how everyone else feels about, like, you can't do all the things while you're doing the thing. You can't be on the one machine. Like, some people might be good at it, like check all the chatting and all. I don't know what people are saying, but you better be saying some damn good stuff. I'm saying, giving our whole heart, whole soul tonight. It's so much more to come. We are here in this movement. We are here in this movement of life, of words, of music, of compassion, of truth, of freedom, of celebrating those that have waited far too long to be celebrated and respected, like black folks on the planet, like indigenous people on the planet, like women. Hello. Yeah, so I'm just excited to be here feeling this, this open movement night. That's why I called it that as well, because art comes in all different forms. I couldn't say open mic night, right? We have dancers and choreographers and videographers sharing tonight. So yeah, it's a lot going on. I want to keep this going. I am, oh my goodness. You know who's coming up next? This is my homie. It's my brother. I promise you, I have talked to this brother about my deepest, darkest pains and struggles and obstacles in life. And he's somebody that I know I can always talk to. I can call him and he'll hold my shit dear. You know what I mean? He'll hold it close. He'll honor it. You know what I'm saying? I can trust him with my shit, with my pain. Now, who can you trust with your pain? Do you have people that you can really trust with your pain? And are we all giving ourselves grace? This brother gives me grace. He gives me grace. And I'm so glad to, have him in my cipher, in my circle. So I want you to give some cyber applause, some Cyberville upside down world, bizarre world / applause for my most amazing, super brilliant. He does a broadcast every Saturday on Instagram, on IG Live, Rebel Broadcast. Get Your Healing is at 4 p.m. on Saturdays. This is my brother. He used to be with a little ensemble called Anti-Pop Consortium. Ever heard of them? Look them up. Get your education on some real shit. All right? Give it up for my brother, the professor, the scientist, the alchemist, the educator, the healer, the righteous healer. Prizm, high priest. Come through, brother, come through. I love you.
I love you back. Man, can you just double check and making sure y'all hear me, making sure y'all got me. I'm lined in. First off, gotta give a big shout out to Mural Arts for helping to bring this all together. The people that are supported in the arts, when an organization makes that decision to support an artist, it speaks to them and their values more than anything else. And seeing a situation that's uplifting someone like my sister, who I call the voice of the city, Miss Ursula Rucker, that speaks a lot to the value system of the organization. So big props to y'all, big salute to y'all. It's great to see a real one get this type of veneration. I'm happy to be included for this particular event. I could go on gushing about her for a good while, but I know we got a limited amount of time, so I'm gonna jump into some things. Before I do, also gotta give a big up to the city of Philadelphia. I'm not a native Philadelphian, but it definitely holds a piece of my heart. And we've been in the media a lot over the last couple, fighting for the soul of America. So a lot of things went down. And my sister tasked me with the task to really speak to those things and share some words. And the way we process it may not all be the same, but I just wanted to put some words in the air about how things are being processed right now. And I'm gonna jump in. Just to assure this is live and in the moment, I put together certain components and tones from times where we were convinced otherwise, like staring into eyes already gone. They said she was a live one. She was awake. She was unbroken. Mysterious health conditions arise with the weight of white pathology on your neck. We were integrated into burning homes. My generation was born covered in ashes. Visions of the past and flashes, history mixed with fantasy clouded the memory. Nightmares in bed with the enemy, flag draped over me, conspiracy in continuance of a fallacy. My cells say that I am an heir, unaware but born here. Before the myth of Columbus, born before the ideas of corporations governing, born before the blindfolds in the scale. Time folded over on itself, the poles flip, traveling up the Blue Nile, soul no longer whole, seasick. Behind bricks, Hiram Abiff, 3/5 made myths, integrated into a house on fire. It was Martin's fear, after the mountain, born out of a black hole, quick to put things behind us, still scarred children bleeding, still scared children believing the scales were even, made minor before we even knew our true names. Nations, tribes, clans, ancestors who died for more than this. All right, so that's chapter 1. All of these pieces are going to kind of interrelate because a lot of the same things were on my mind. We're going to keep it moving. Think of the optics. Voting for your jailer. Black reality is the new horror. Social engineering in HD. Slow motion black trauma inverted. Calculated data-driven pain. Most of what I'm saying is already out of time, like light sent from suns that already died. We are suns that became black holes and folded inward. Angers turned inward, depression. Equations are expressions. Supreme mathematics were keys to make the lock cylinders tumble, exhume the tunes within tones. 3 is a number of understanding. Unscramble the grid they hid in tone, in tears, in tune. The unobserved phenomenon of cells without trauma in their proper personhood is quantum mechanics. We were building pyramids with flat tops. Observations change the path of things. Intention is different. Change is instant, not slow. Black slogans are purposely kept vague. I'll stop there. Start somewhere else on a Z-axis. Lines aims, its targets practice. Bars get fractured. Bodies reassembled, 13 pieces together. The weight of a feather on one side. Blindfolded white woman holding the scale on the other. But we trust in it. Think of the optics. Voting for our jailer. Black reality is the new horror. The cycle continues. Part 3. There was always a struggle to stay whole, to stay connected to tradition, to the land, to remember what things were before the wars tore the roots from the ground. The places are still here, but the names are changed. Across invisible borders, the struggle to remember continues, over the remains, over the years, over and over. It echoes, a cycle, a silent protest, violence, controlled opposition, subtle acquiescences, erasure, exclusion. I thought it was there, then it was gone, then we forgot, disappeared into a field of blank white memory, a cycle. There's always a struggle to stay whole, connected to land, connected to tradition, to remember what things were before the wars tore the roots from the ground. The places are still there, but the names were changed. Across invisible borders, the struggle to remember continues, over the remains, over the years, over and over. It echoes, a cycle, a silent protest. Violence continues, controlled oppositions, subtle acquiescences, erasure, exclusion. I thought it was there, then we forgot, disappeared into a field of blank white memory. Part 4. Been in a pot with a pendulum swinging over my body. I'm doing time, but I want to move freely. Everything and nothing is real, separated and joined in a pot. Remember the America before amnesia hit, way before Reconstruction in the cannons? Dreams got exploded by cannons, violent poems, separated and joined in a pot. They soak our bones, America. a star with satellites, a dream engineered and remixed, slave ship from here, C6, waves moving triangular patterns through the islands. Ship captains knew the stars by name. I'm all over the place. Erase history, misshapen identity, build up an industry based on keeping us trapped here. Between bars, there's an echo. There's voices I can't quite make out without drums I had to break out. Next piece. I went left. I went left. I went left. I went left. H, touchdown from another plane. First, let me put you on the game. Came through fire and rain. From the other side, unseen. Right now seems unreal because it is. Planetary alignment in line for the shift. In a new era, the lines are still cold. Independent of all, but the pen's still real. Because of intuitive moves, I went left. Still here, one direction off script. Came here alive from the rift. G move surviving in the field. Here putting on for a team. Knowing that the beast would rather see us divided. We shift energy over enemies and went left and went left and went left. So yeah, you know, sis asked me to do that, just share some poems and share some words. Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Appreciate her for inviting me here to do that. And just wanted to give a little different perspective on, or maybe the same perspective if we're on the same page. Nonetheless, it's no assumptions, no judgment either way. And I got one more thing that I definitely want to share, something that I just feel like you need to hear, so just let me line that up.
As we await Sister Sun's arrival, child stars, you'll listen to my tale of feasting. As it was told to me by my sister, this hear me now, my end too soon, my wounds are deep. Escaping, unhealing, can't believe, refuse to believe my children have no feelings for me. See, I'm sealing a fate of early death and destruction. Watch my foolish daughters and sons as they kill me, slowly kill me, quicker kill me. They loved me as would an unfaithful lover, part-time and half-assed. Now unmasked, they're deceived. No more sweet, escaping thrill seekings tomorrow brings. Nevers and nothings, empty days for my world in its unchanging ways. Now, apocalyptic truths of revelation hasten our omega, my children's and mine. Each time, my breath, skin, and tears are pollute and poison. My power is fading. You sunk by the her mother earth's now a plaything. For the ungrateful child, so cold, 10 billion fold my tears. I long for the once adoring embrace of my children, their prayers, their care, and tenderness has now turned loveliness. The embrace, now an anaconda's grip, unmerciful and swift, swift with the killing. Killing is a sport, fun with fire in my wife's rainforest, reflect the neglect they had for their main source. They slaughtered their sibling blossoms and geese like the first murder of Cain. Their pure sister oceans will never be Mother Earth family dying, no strong. My power is fading. You sunk by the her mother Earth now a plaything. The ungrateful child so cold, my tears. But I'll continue to spin until my curious Homo sapien offspring pay the price for their sins. That's my tainted tears, my breathless breath, and once fertile skins. My sorrows are many and murderous. They kill, I kill 1 million plus. I never wanted to hurt my children, but our Creator makes me take revenge. This is something like, or at least it was.
Yeah. I don't know if that was going to get played, but I definitely had to put that in the air in celebration of my
Oh my
sis.
God, brother, come
So,
on.
once again, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for having us.
Priest the poet. Yo, Priest the poet. Give it up for Priest the poet, though, yo. Give it up for Priest the people's poet, though, yo. Yo, what you say? Building pyramids? Building pyramids? Flat tops? We've been building pyramids with flat tops. Oh my God. We've been building pyramids with flat tops. Listen, y'all getting this education? Y'all getting this restructuring to your corporeal situation? Oh my God, did I just rhyme? Oh no. I must be a poet or whatever. I wasn't going, let me do something. Praise. Oh my God. You put it down. Naila Francia, Prizm. Oh my God, come on. This is like, I know y'all feeling good. I know y'all feeling good. Did you know the Prizm, that Prizm could bring it like that? You don't know what people can do. You don't know what people got, you know, inside of them. You know, you don't know how our hearts work. We're artists. We're visionaries. We could do anything. We could be anything. We can make anything, you know. Give us the belief and the support like Mural Arts does. You know what I mean? Mural Arts supports artists. Oh my goodness, that's revolutionary. What? You support artists? Art and artists for the people? Oh my goodness. Anyway. And if you're not ready for or you're just not interested in the revolution, the Waffle House is now taking applications. I saw the sign in the window. Maybe you'll see the signs and stop hiding. Stop seeking refuge in the unsafe, peaceless places. Stop refusing to be enlightened. Stop willingly accepting what the powerless that be show you, tell you, force, feed you, inject into you. Please don't accept the lies. Oh my God, so many. The denial, oh my God, so much. The new and improved bamboozle. The millennium style enslavement. The mediocre, the mediocrity, the mediocre. A revolution is a movement fueled by great love, great anger, great need and desire and requirement for change. Mediocrity does not and will not figure into the revolution equation. Black folk, brown folk, indigenous folk throughout the diaspora are destined for greatness because of or despite or no matter our struggles, our journeys, our stories. We are destined for greatness, so be great. Don't settle for employment. Strive, seek, demand empowerment, not for the purpose of oppression / control, but to transform self, community, family, nation, planet, and transform, revolt, move, change, be enlightened, be empowered, be great. And don't you let me find out that you forgot to teach the little children to transform, revolt, move, change, be enlightened, be empowered, be great, and transform, revolt, move, change, be enlightened, be empowered, be great, and don't you let me find out that you forgot to teach the little children to transform, revolt, And if you're not ready for it, you're just not interested in the revolution. The Waffle House is still taking applications. I saw the sign in the window. Maybe you'll see the signs and transform, revolt, move, change, be enlightened, be empowered. Be great and don't you let nobody come up to me and tell me that you didn't do your work and you didn't teach the little children to, yeah, transform, revolt, move, change, be enlightened, be empowered. Be great. Yes, Miles Orion Butler, come through. Come through with the riff, yo.
Hey, I'm inspired by you. I vibe with you. You know how we do.
We coming to you live from a little place called Germantown Espresso in Maplewood Mall in Germantown. And well, they're not open right now because, you know, it's something called COVID or whatever. They were open and now they're back to taking a little break. We don't be knowing what to do out here. We just going through the movements and the motions. Okay, without further ado, let me continue and introduce the final artist of the evening. Oh my goodness, all these connections, all this connectivity. I hope you understand, like, it's kind of like we have to go so fast and we're in this weird modem, you know, in this weird way of doing things, but it's still cool. The intention is there. The heart is there. It's all the same, okay? This was coming through here to you is the same thing that I would give you in a room with you sitting right in front of me at this table that I'm looking at, right, Miles? Yep. You know, it's just, it's the same. It's my art heart, it's all of it. It's all I got to give you. And this is all of us have to give you. This is what we're giving you this evening. Yes. Thank you to Mural Arts for the opportunity, for the honor, but for the opportunity to share, you know, as artists, that's what we got to do. We got to share. When we can't do it, that hurts us, you know? So, you know, we've all been suffering not being able to do what we do, but artists, you know, live performing artists, it's been rough, but I'm thankful for these moments. And, during this time, did a project under the auspices of the Painter Bride Art Center, yet another amazing, you know, art entity and house here in the city that helps and advocates for artists, gives artists place and space, you know, an opportunity to create. And I was doing a project called Building Bridges, and I came to know these next two amazing, I know I keep saying amazing, but it's true. Absolutely just, breathtaking, forceful, fierce, fiery, you know, but also loving. You see the love and compassion in their movements. You see the fire. These dancers and choreographers, and they're also poets, they're writers, they make videos, they do everything. They're so multi-talented. I love knowing them. Caitlin Green, who just became a mom this for the first time this past summer, little baby Leon, and my sister Annielille Gavin. I asked them to do this. We worked together on the building. We're still working together on the Painter Bride project, and I asked them if they would do this and join this this movement revolution, yo. You know, like a movement of word, sound, heart, love, truth, peace, forgiveness, grace, freedom, respect. Okay, you know, let's start seeing each other. Let's start truly seeing each other. Let's start truly seeing each other. Okay, so yeah, come on. You know, yeah, take that little sip of wine, put it down, because I want you to give a hearty round of applause from your bedroom, on the bed or in the corner, if you got a corner set up like I do with a little fabric in the back as a backdrop. But yeah, Oh my God, you're just going to be so amazed at these two beautiful beings, Caitlin Green and Annielille Gavin. I love you both so much. Come through. They're coming.
Bring me along, the poem black and dying. Whoa, hey, bring me along, the flood waters them rising. Whoa, hey, bring me along, the government them lying, always lying. Bring me along, bring me along, bring me along. And wake up, wake up, wake the fuck up, wake the fuck up. Shake the corrupt, shake 'em. Shake the corrupt, shake 'em. Until the corrupt become the shook ones. Scared to death and scared to look just shook. Scared to death of the repercussive wave human outrage creates. Wash 'em away, wash 'em away, wash 'em away. Not in absolution waters, but in a muddy mess of river snakes, sacrificial blood of the quadroon, octoroon, voodoo, making them scared to look into the crystal ball and see the havoc evil has wrought. I wish they would show. I wish they would show. I wish they would show. Yeah, it's me again. Your friendly neighborhood poet making an artistic appeal for y'all to wake up. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Cause things have run amok, y'all. You know they have. It's every man, woman, and child for themselves. Everybody's adopted this smash and grab attitude. Eyes and ears glued to the fear network. Which one? Choose one. They've all got the same objective, which is tell them how to live, breathe, what information they can receive, what evil Alfred E. Newman looking ineloquent asshole they should trust and believe. Is anybody paying attention? Is anybody paying attention? Or has the government slipped everyone in this country a supersized Ambien? Or what? Or what? I mean, does every American have a copy of one of the nation's bestsellers on the bedstand? How to turn a natural disaster into profit and genocidal ethnic cleansing and the demonization of black people and propaganda and the decimation of a major U.S. city in one easy fucking lesson. It's a long ass title, and it's a long ass way home from where we are now. We at the last outpost. This is it, y'all. This is it. Please, tell me this is it. Cause shit is hectic. Shit is real hectic, folks. It's dying on TV. But don't worry, help is on the way. Day one. Bring me along. Now, we at the last outpost. This is it, y'all. This is it. Please, tell me this is it. Cause shit is hectic. Shit is real hectic, folks. It's dying on TV. But don't worry, help is on the way. Day one. Help is on the way, for real though. Day two.
is on the way. Day 4, help is still on the way. Day 5, as my homegirl say, stop bumping your gums. You better get up, get out and do something before they change your name from Uzo to illegal alien, from first world city to developing nation, from human to refugee, from taxpayer to biatch, from citizen to bend over, you know, bend over. Bend over and let me, you know me, GW, and all my cohorts, co-conspirators and cronies, gangbang y'all, Texas style, in your collective American ass. Yeah, it's me again, your friendly neighborhood poet, and I'm ashamed, and I'm brokenhearted, and I'm pissed. And if you don't like it, you can go tell your mama, cause I don't give a shit. So wake up, wake the fuck up and bring me along, bring me along, bring me along, the poor and black and dying. Whoa, hey, bring me along, the government them lying, always lying. Bring me along, bring me along,
Dear Walter Wallace Jr., Dear Black Man, Dear Black Man in America, Dear Black women and trans women and Black people who have graduated to our ancestry for the sake of a system that we've been fighting to fit into for centuries. Please watch over us, your brothers and sisters, your mothers and fathers, your friends and your foes. We have failed you, and we're learning to do better, to love deeper, to protect what's ours, not out of fear, but out of love. Please watch over us. But not until you rest, not until you relish in your serenity, not until you receive the amount of love that you gave to this world and more. Thank you for your sacrifice. Although unwarranted, your lessons are invaluable to your community and beyond.
White cloud rivers ran through me. I felt them pass through my bones, through liver and lung and stomach. Washed me into the big white cloud lake, and I floated. No knowledge of swimming, but I floated. Right between fear and mountains, just beneath blues and birds, right next to the sun and God. Even in the middle of wind, even in the middle of wind. Humbled.
Wouldn't it be nice to be able to fly kites and run free in fields with our families without being seen as a threat, without being threatened by white America, without having to code switch and calm our curly hair and compromise our culture? Wouldn't it be nice if the darkness of our skin didn't determine the number of defenses we have to develop before we can love and live freely? Wouldn't it be nice?
I am reciting the rain caught in my scream. These lips cannot swim, only my breasts wild as black waves. I met a collector of rain once who went to sleep in my sleeve. Is his alibi still under my arm? I keep coughing up butterflies, my entrails trail albino's tunes. His voice comes in my hair. Is the flesh tender where the knees weep? Is the flesh tender where the knees weep? Is the flesh tender where the knees weep? Beneath blues and birds, caught in my scream. Right between fear and mountains, only my breasts wild as black waves. Washed me into the big white cloud lake. I keep coughing up butterflies. Right next to the sun, I met a collector of rain once.
We are hurting in your name.
Humble.
We are loving in your name.
Humbled. Humble.
We are fighting for you and for others like you. We will not forget your sacrifice. In your honor, we fight for peace. In your honor, we aim to protect, not on the premise of fear, but on the premise of love.
Whew. Yo, how's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling though? Miles, how you feeling?
That was powerful. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling moved, inspired.
Caitlin, Ani,
Yeah.
I think everybody's speechless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a good curator or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, me.
Wow.
Give it up for Ursula Rucker on the curation, everyone.
Give it up.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I know we're like almost towards the, but like just quickly, Super Sister Presents has been like a dream of mine my whole life, because I will burst into tears right now. If I had all the money in the world, If I had the means, you know, the limitless means, I promise you, all of us would have the support and the love, you know, and the ease. I would do as much as I could to help you if you needed help with money. I would make ways for us. I would make space and place for us. But until then, you know, we do what we can. And, you know, dreams do come true. You know, even when shit is hard, don't give up on your dreams. Don't do it. Don't let nobody tell you or convince you to do it. Don't, and the people look sideways at you and they like, yo, you think you should get a job now? You know, I understand because everybody's different. You know, we're all different. Everybody's not going to understand our ways and we're not going to understand everybody else's ways, you know, but, you know, I got to do Super Sister Presents. I always dreamed to just may have a platform. I could just present artists that I love and introduce them to, you know, people and have them fall in love with them like I do, like I have, and just share the magic, you know. And this is like the first virtual installment of Super Sister Presents, and I was so nervous. And thank you, Mural Arts. Thank you, Yaya. Thank you to Naila Francis. Thank you, DJ V, Victoria Boyer. Thank you, Jane Golden, for making me cry, almost not be able to host this thing. Thank you to Miles Orion Butler. You know, it's my comrade. I got a lot of comrades. All these artists in here, all these people in here are my comrades. A lot of my comrades are watching and tuning in. Salute. Let's do this. Let's keep the light on, especially when it gets real dark. Okay, when it gets real dark, don't forget to turn that light on, even if it's just flickering. Yeah, you know, I'm just Naila Francis, H Prizm, High Priest, Caitlin Green, Annielille Gavin. Oh my God. Oh my God, yo, is everybody fierce or what? Were Caitlin and Ani fierce? And the video, the beauty, I'm just, everyone, this couldn't be, if we were when we were in person and we do this live, you know, but it's okay. I felt this. I felt everything you gave me. I want to redo it again. It was so amazing. I want to praise your poetry, Naila, your poetry. My sisters, Caitlin. You know, Caitlin just had a baby in July. I'm saying, what? What's up? What's really good? What's going? Did you see Ani's movie? Listen. Thank you all. Buku appreciation. You know, you heard buku so much so I couldn't even really put it all into words how thankful I am. Yeah, who wants to talk for a second before we leave out? This Q&A, who's leading it? Yeah, I forgot. I'm so full with emotion. How are we going to do the Q&A? Because I can't see nothing. Okay. Yaya said she will. I like that. Yaya said, I'll lead.
Hello, thank you so much everybody for attending this evening and for all the, you know, shares and presenters. Thank God for Primer because I was crying a little bit here. That was so powerful. Thank you. So for those of you here on Zoom, you'll be able to ask any of the presenters a question. You can use the Q&A function, which is in the bottom of your screen. We're going to do Q&A for roughly we're going to try about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to close it up, Ursula.
Okay.
So let's see, we have some questions here. So don't be shy for those of you attending.
Oh, and I wanted to shout out Melody Forrester too. Melody Forrester, my manager, and my sister, my homie, my friend, who I also trust and confide in. And yeah. Thank you, Melody Forrester. Any questions or comments? Don't come in here with no critique, because we ain't having it.
We are getting good critique. We are getting, go Ursula, still a huge fan. So I do have a question here. The first question is, Ursula, what suggestions do you have for Philly artists?
That's a broad question. Can you tighten it up? Can you, so I can answer it more succinctly? Like, what do you mean? With what specifically?
I'm just waiting for the response. I'm going to go to a second question for now. Kimberly, if you can just, tighten it up, and then we can go back to your question. The next question I have is, how do you all find creative inspiration in challenging times? This was amazing. Thank you.
Well, I think we just showed you how we do it. What's the person who asked that, the name?
The person's name is Karen.
Karen, thank you. Is it Karen Gross?
Yeah.
Karen Gross. Hey, Naila, I knew it was Karen Gross. Yeah, Priest or Caitlin or Ani, can you answer that? Because actually Naila and I work with Karen on this exact thing that she's at. So I want to know how you all answer that question.
Yeah, I think it's really hard sometimes, but it's also really necessary. Something that came up for Ani and I was that we were in conversation a lot. So I think that I was feeling the need to really just process a lot of what's been going on, some of the atrocious bullshit that's been going on in the world. And we're both mothers, and I think that theme was coming up for us a lot. So just finding ways to connect and relate, I think, is where it starts. Because I know I personally have a lot of trouble getting creative if I'm isolated, and I tend to isolate when I'm feeling down. But
then you're in the right time.
Right, I'm stuck in the house, so it's perfect. But no, it brings me down even more, so I have to remember to connect. And so in those connections and in those conversations that Ani and I were having, I think some of the creative inspiration just came naturally. Like things just started to fall into place. So that's what I would say for me is connection, is like being able to relate and connect and confide in others and share your story and find places where your stories overlap. Yeah. That's where like the momentum comes for me.
Yes, I love that, Caitlin. I love that. Connectivity.
Right. Thank you so much, Karen, for that question. So I'm going back to the first question from Kimberly. It says, the first part of it was, what suggestions do you have for Philly artists? And the second part is, I'm a visual artist and I'm wondering what communities to tap into, what events to make sure I attend.
That is such a good question, Kimberly. Well, you ever heard of a little place called Mural Arts? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. Like, murals are like a visual art based thing, right? But I had to learn, from working with Mural Arts all those many years ago. Like Jane was telling that beautiful, oh my God, Jane, I'm going to go back and listen to that. I'm going to listen to everything a million times. But yeah, so much involved, but yeah, it's kind of hard right now, right? Because we're not out in the world together. But first of all, hit a sister up, Kimberly. Hit me up and I will answer this for you intimately and one-on-one. How's that sound? Because I need to give you a good solid answer. It's a lot, we don't have much time, but please hit me up. All right, it's at Rucker on Instagram, or Ursula Rucker on Facebook, or listen, you can email me too, myauntmama4@gmail.com. That's look, everybody can have that. That's on my, it's my aunt, MAAT, mama, MAMA, number 4 @gmail. Any other questions, Yaya?
Yep, they're rolling in now. So we're getting some on Facebook as well. So let's get through these. I have another question. Ursula, when did you know you wanted to be an artist?
It's a good one. It's a good one. A good one. That's a good one. You know, the simple ones, they're the best ones. Yeah, I think, you know, I don't know if it's knowing that you wanted to be an artist at first or knowing that you want to be free. So when did I know that I wanted to be free? I was about 12. And I discovered the work of this, you know, obscure artist named Prince. Y'all, I'm working on my tight 15 too, y'all. That wasn't that funny, but I am working on my tight 15 because I do fancy myself quite hilarious at times. And I love comedians. The comedic arts are like, you know, just save my life. They save many of our lives. But I knew I wanted to be free, whoever asked that. And then I knew that when I listened to Prince, Prince made me feel free. And then I looked at how Prince was making me feel free. Oh, Prince was writing these songs and this music. And I was like, oh, you know? So I started to write in my journals and, you know, mimic the way that Prince would write and just continued through my life. So it kind of started there, you know, with knowing that I wanted to be free and then finding out that I could be my artist self. I could be an artist and use that path to gain freedom. And I must let you know that it worked, because in this place and space that I'm in right now, this what I'm doing is the place that I feel the most absolute freedom. And I don't feel that freedom any place else, anytime else. It's only when I'm in this creative space. That's my that's my real space. That's my freedom space.
So much, Ursula. So one of the questions that came in on Facebook was for Ani and Caitlin. And the question is, was that dance rehearsed?
We actually made it in the process. Like, we were at bar drums. I created like a phrase I connected with, and then Caitlin had it. So it was kind of rehearsed, but it wasn't long. I could, you know, chop it up in editing. Yeah.
I want to tell everyone that I hit Ani up and put her into a panic mode earlier this week. And I was like, yo, you know, it's live, right? And they were working so hard on that video. And that video. Caitlin, Ani. I wish we had time to like give all the credit, see what everybody does. And then you have to look everyone up. You have to like get in touch with them. You have to get into their art. You have to support these artists. You have to. I'm not asking you to. I'm telling you to. I like that. I like doing that in a little video box. I like making the screw face. But yeah, like I was like, oh, you know, it's live. Like, oh, the video. Okay, we're gonna look. These are just professional, skillful art. You know, they're just like heart artists. Okay, we all know how to do this. We all know how to like do it on the fly. It's not always the way we would like to, but guess what, y'all? We can do it. We know how to do it, and isn't that an amazing thing? Listen, I'm seeing some of your moves right now, Ani. Listen, look, hold up, wait, hold up. 53, still got it a little bit. But yeah, oh my God, so beautiful. I want everybody to give their social media handles and all that so everybody can before we go, because I know we're going to be going soon. Ani, since you're up, why don't you?
Oh yeah, so mine is Ani _Malaya ALAYA. My daughter's name, Malaya Work. So I'm a mommy. My daughter's 12 and they're doing homework.
Oh, you should see Ani and Malaya do the thing together. All right. Oh my goodness. Hey, Malaya. Don't you love it? Look at this. All this family and community and connectivity. This is where it's at, people. Oh my God. I can't. Thank you, Ani. Caitlin, what's your handles?
I just put my IG in the chat.
Okay. Okay.
I can put my website there too, but it's kategreenlyn.danceart on Instagram.
Okay.
And yeah, thank you guys for watching. The first part we did do improv, and it was kind of last minute a little bit, but we got Ursula's song, Ring the Alarm, and it just seamlessly kind of like connected what we were talking about in our video and really what's relevant to what's going on right now in the world. And I know that's really broad, but yeah, it just felt like that kind of bridged the gap between the two pieces. And yeah, Leon is here.
Leon, Sierra, Leon. Yes, ring the alarm, the poor and black them die. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, the flood waters them rising. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm, the government them lying, always lying. Yeah, ring the alarm. Yes. I like y'all chose like some of my favorite. I'm telling you, we're like connected for life. Connected for life. Oh my goodness. I'm talking to everybody in here. You getting personal calls, yo. Personal calls. Thank you, Caitlin. So amazing. Priest.
Yes, sir. Check 1, 2. I'm on Prizm on every platform. Thanks again for having me, and thanks again to everybody that tuned in.
Oh my goodness. And you look so fierce on the screen too, Priest, right?
Yes.
When he was doing, you were just all up close. It just added to the intensity. I mean, everything was just perfect. Oh my God, y'all, I just want to hug you all. Naila. Oh, and you played Loveless, Priest. Come on, I love you.
Already know.
Naila, oh, look at Naila's. Look at this.
Brush your shoulders off.
Come on. Shake your tambourine, go and get yourself a whistle.
Hey.
I'm a mess. I'm just happy. Doesn't happen that often.
I love it. It's infectious. So I am at Disarming Darling on Instagram, as Ursula earlier said, and for my grief and death midwife work, it is This Hallowed Wilderness, HALLOWED, This Hallowed Wilderness, Facebook, Instagram, website.
Oh my God, death midwife. You heard that, right? Listen, we ain't your regular old run-of-the-mill humans up in here. In case you didn't know. Naila, you're amazing. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Listen. DJ V is going to take us out at the end with some music, but I don't really want to I cannot say goodbye. You know, there's this beautiful poet, First Nation poet, Indigenous poet out of Canada. She is also one of my favorite poets, Naila. And priest poet. Her name is Takralik. And she is so beautiful. And she has this poem where she talks about the fact that she doesn't say goodbye. And my mother also doesn't say goodbye to me. She's like, no, don't say goodbye. Say, see you later. And Takralik has this poem, and it's like, see you, you know? When we say goodbye, you know how we say, see you? And this whole poem is like that. So I just want to say, see you to everyone who tuned in tonight. See you. I see you. That means I see you. I feel you. I will continue to see and feel you, and I will continue to share my art heart for as long as I can, and even and especially when I'm in my deepest, darkest moments, I will share my art heart with you, you know, until further notice, till it's done. See you. Peace. One love. DJV. Thanks for coming, everybody. Give it up for Naila Francia, for H. Prizm, for Caitlin and Annie. Give it up. I might do some freestyle on the way out.